the community at large.
Thank you. We're glad to have
Hi, I'm Ema Carmody. I am a native of Mount Pleasant. My sister and I own a full-service catering company based in West Ashley. We do all sorts of events and we focus on low country cuisine. Occasionally, we do have a nonprofit within our business, Nourish the Culture, and occasionally we'll host various events for women in the community in the industry.
Is this,
Attention, an emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the
Okay,
building
so everyone
utilizing
online?
the nearest exit or fire exit
we
stairway.
have an emergency
Not
in the
use
city of
elevators.
Charleston
Repeat,
building,
do not
so we have
use
to evacuate.
elevators.
So unfortunately, we'll have to end, right, Jasmine?
Reconvene.
Okay, we have to end our current meeting. For those that are online, just please hang on to Zoom until we can reconvene. I'm sorry, we have to evacuate the building.
A lot of,
Operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use elevators. Attention, an emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use elevators. Attention, an emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use elevators.
How are you? Good to see you again. You're welcome. Amy. You have a little trouble getting a parking spot and figuring out where you were headed to?
Figuring
won't
out
fix it.
where to go, yes.
Yeah, and that's not, the Board of Zoning Appeals was a little,
Yeah, usually, well, yeah.
oh, it's all good, we know now.
Well, But
No,
yes,
no,
it's
we're-
not, and it's not all the time that we meet. And I mean, we try to make it hybrid because I want to get more involvement and
Sure.
folks to come. So if you prefer to sit on Zoom, oh, good, they hung in there for us. Perfect.
It's much better in person always.
Yeah.
Having
I
taught hybrid for 2 years during COVID.
I definitely
It's
understand.
nice to be able to be a person.
It's nice to see faces. Yeah. It's only been 2 years, seems like yesterday.
Do I need to do all that again? How are we going? How are we doing?
Some people.
Yeah, it looks like Leslie may have dropped.
You have Jennifer, Hilda.
Okay, all right, well, we still have quorum.
We do still have one.
Yes, let's rock and roll. Okay, minor blip in our time schedule here. Let's just carry on. Welcome back, everybody. Ema.
Oh, I was finished.
Oh. We're in introductions, so apologize for a little of the rougher hecticness of this. So we had a fire drill, so now we're back, so resume. So, and we picked up our other new member, so please welcome
Thank you.
and introductions.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Amy Castle Rogers. I run my own leadership development and consulting firm, Rogers Consulting, although I mostly do 1099 contract work, federal government and so forth. And just happy to be here and meet everybody. Should I tell you something else? I'm
Nope,
not from here originally. I'm from
It's-
Maryland.
it's okay.
But my husband is actually a fire marshal in this building.
Oh, wow.
That was interesting.
So he told me about this need for people on the commission, so
Excellent.
thanks to him.
Well, thank you so much. We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Lou Weinstein. I'm an academic obstetrician gynecologist, maternal fetal medicine. I've been the head at 2 different medical schools. I was stationed here during Vietnam, left out, and my wife was at MUSC. We left after the war. And because our hobby is restoring old homes, when we left Jefferson in Philadelphia, we decided to come back here, and we've been here about 10 years. And I oversee the women's side of Barry Island Free Medical Clinic. So I only see patients who have no money and can't pay, who have no insurance. So I'm still active, but I'm not, for the first time in my life, I'm not working for a university.
Excellent. Well, thank you. We're very honored to have you.
My pleasure. My whole career has been in with women and reproductive rights and spousal abuse and domestic violence and things like that. That's what I've written about and I've spent my whole life in.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, ladies, you ready to do your intro? Give a little background.
So you have to give me a second.
Jennifer had to leave. That was really, okay, Ms.
Okay.
Gatson. Ms. Hilda, you're up.
Good morning to everyone, and I'm glad that everything is okay. Sorry I was unable to be with you in person. My husband is still recovering from open heart surgery, and he had an appointment that was set 4 months ago. So had to keep it, but we made it. We made it through. I am, well, first, welcome to the new commission members. We are happy to have you. I'm a retired licensed master social worker and also chief investigator with the South Carolina Attorney General's office. I'm serving on this commission because I feel it's important to give back to our community at large. And there are a number of issues that are facing families, and especially women. And I hope I can be a positive asset to this commission. I'm the immediate past president of the Women's Baptist Educational Missionary Convention, where we serve approximately 700 churches across the state of South Carolina. I'm also a member of the Women in Leadership program. I'm in the process of developing a nonprofit to reach out to college students, targeted those at Morris College, located in Sumter, South Carolina, and Benedict College, located in Columbia. I served as on the board of trustee with both of these colleges, so they are dear to my heart. And again, I'm just happy to be here, still running, still doing the best that I can, and hopefully I'll be able to be in person at the next meeting.
We would love it. So thankful for you. Thank you so much, Ms. Gadsden. And I know that Jennifer is stepped away from her desk. And she may be coming, but as you can see, we are a very diverse group of commission members. And one of the questions earlier posed of, oh, thank you. You're all set. Oh, she's back.
Okay, so y'all can't hear me. I keep going out in the hallway. I'm in a new job and my session starts at 10:15. So I really can't talk. I will talk to you offline, Trish. But I love you, but this is a problem. Thank you.
All right.
Good to see you, Jennifer. Missed you.
And just a little bit of background on her as well, and her new role. So all of our members that are in the commission, it's open for anyone who works or lives in the city of Charleston. We have, I'm waiting, let's see, nope, okay. Several of our members are business owners. They are also part of an extension of support services and organizations within the city. And obviously, as you can see, we have a great depth of experience and knowledge that is very helpful in preparing and actually identifying some of the not so obvious issues that may not be brought to the awareness of council. And so really, I'm just thrilled. I just cannot say thank you so much for really honestly dedicating your time for this commission, because it's extremely important. It was 2018, I believe, that we were actually ordinanced with our mayor, with the mayor's office at the time. So we really would love to continue our impact. I will send out a new revised meeting invitation so you guys can have it on your calendar. I will send a copy of the ordinance out so you can kind of look at it. And our last set of notes, which were basically, technically, we had a planning session in the month of July off-site, and we basically rehashed a lot of the main topics of what are we going to focus on for the upcoming year or close out, what meaningful impact that we can have to provide and bring to council, and especially with election year, reproductive rights, those were really hot items that we wanted, and homelessness. So homelessness, economic education, economic development, reproductive rights were really the top 3 hot items that we wanted to make sure to bring forth to our council, but we needed quorum to make that an official statement. We've got for the past year, last year, we brought in a lot of community members, Tri-County Human Trafficking Council. We brought them in for talks. So basically every month last year, and I'll send you guys out the presentation of the year overview of who we brought in, but we extend out to all of the support services within the city of Charleston to come in and to give us a brief of what's going on in their organization and how we as a commission can help if there are any issues or concerns that they need to be brought to council. that we are able to formulate a cohesive statement to bring forward to the mayor and to council. And so that is really our purpose, is to make sure that those issues are front and center and be diligent to ensuring that we do have some resolutions. The year before last, we were instrumental in changing the extended parental leave, and extended and I'm all talking off the top of my head, guys, I'm so sorry. The leave time and pay time off, especially for adoption and maternal. They had a family event for the City of Charleston's human resource policy. And so that was really a great win for us. We really asked for 16 weeks. I think, Ms. Gatson, they ended up with what, 9 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
9 weeks. So we was, really helpful and instrumental working with HR and to help that go through, especially for providing a substantial, I would say, benefit to employment recruiting for the City of Charleston. They do have a lot of open positions, and why would someone want to come to work for the City of Charleston if they're not getting paid competitive wages and not having some of those competitive benefits? So that was our last win. We, for the past year, as my first initial year, wanted to get a better understanding of really what are the top issues to formulate. We had our previous councilwoman that was on the commission. She's no longer on the commission. Wanted her to help promote some of those issues and get it front and center to the council. So right now we are soliciting a council member to join the commission, but I think that's even a greater initiative for us to really be active in providing some of these topics. So that's just a little brief of a catch up for the past year and a half of what we've been doing collectively as a commission and who we are. And this is discussion, an opportunity to bring and highlight you guys as, what's front and center on your mind, and how would you like the Commission on Women to support some of those initiatives that you may have, and get your feedback. So open discussion on that.
I have a question.
Sure.
I tried to find meeting notes and or this type of information online and could not.
Correct, because we haven't had quorum to actually
Right.
approve the meeting notes to be posted.
Okay. Okay.
So a lot of our meetings that we've had that weren't able to have quorum, we still allowed our support services that came to talk about their organizations. We still allowed them to speak because we were still rolling without having any meetings to actually actively approve notes.
Mhm.
So that's why you can't find any, but I basically have sent emails to everybody on the commission of a recap of what it is to keep folks. So I will send that to you.
Is there a shared folder or something that might have that information that we could access?
Absolutely, I can create that. I've actually, was last April, I actually collaborated with the Office of Minority Business Affairs with Mrs. Jordan, and we did an on-site at the time at, I forgot the name of the church downtown, but I've created a sign-up sheet for people to anonymously submit any of their questions, issues, or current concerns that attended the community fair. And we still have a life-size and tabletop of the Commission on Women, and encouraging our local citizens in the community to join our group, or even just, join and attend a Zoom session to listen in to see what was happening and participate. So we have that. But there really haven't been any artifacts, so to speak, outside of that event. And I've opened it up for, if there are anything that you all are active in your local community that you would like to help promote the Commission on Women. That's why we made the tabletop and the sign-up sheet to really present to what's happening and give them an opportunity to voice their concerns anonymously, so, and bring to council. So those are really the artifacts that we have. And I'm willing to bring it in, rotate it. If you guys know you're going to something or you're having a Halloween neighborhood walkthrough and you just want to say, hey, I'm part of this commission and we'd love to hear what's on your mind. How can we help? It's literally a QR code and a form, and then we talk about it as a commission on, our next meeting.
Can you send that digitally so that we can share? on
It's in the
social
shared
media?
folder. That's in the
Okay,
shared
it's a shared
folder.
folder. Okay.
Yeah.
You've never had a quorum?
The
For this-
last quorum we had was in May.
Okay.
To address that issue, we talked prior, I wonder if the quorum issue is a time issue. Because I see patients in the morning and I have to cancel this morning, which is fine, but I don't like to do it because it impacts a bunch of ladies.
Absolutely.
And we had a similar issue when I was on the Tourism Commission and we moved the meetings to afternoon. We had some at 4 and some at 5, and then we never had an issue again. So my colleagues, I wonder, since most of you are busy, as all of us are, if maybe it's a time, because right in the middle of the morning for me is not a good time. I will do my best, but it's just not a good time. And I can't Zoom when I see patients, obviously.
Obviously.
Can't do that. So I'm left with, canceling or not coming, basically. So I don't know if other people afternoon would be better or not. I have no idea.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yes.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I got you, Jennifer.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to whisper. I
Mhm.
appreciate that sentiment. I'm in a new role and I am not available. That's going to be a hard push for me. I'm in session from 10:15 to 11:15 every Wednesday. I could do 4 o'clock. I could even do 12:30 to 1:30. But if we're not able to be flexible, and I was even going to say, even if we could do it round robin, one month we meet midday, and 1 month we meet in the afternoon to give people flexibility because stuff is going to always come up. So you may not be able to have 100% attendance, but if we have flexibility in our meeting schedule, that might be able to keep us engaged and not have to step down. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that.
And I would worry that the perception of other people is if we can't get a quorum on a women's commission, then I guess women, it's not that big of a deal. That's not my perception. Okay.
I agree.
But if you look at the outside, nobody cares. So why should I care?
Right.
So I think a quorum is important, but the time would help me personally. That's all. And I don't care what afternoon or what time, 4, 5, 3, doesn't make any difference to me.
I'm flexible.
Flexible.
And I'm very flexible also.
Okay. All right. So 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. I'm going to make a motion. We have quorum.
She just walked, Miss Brown just walked somewhere else.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
she's
sure
in our
she's-
session.
Yes, for Hilda Gadsden.
Okay, so I made a motion for us to change our meeting time to 4 p.m.
Second.
And, all right, so it is approved for the group. We're gonna move our meetings to Wednesdays, the third Wednesday of every month
Jennifer's excited.
to 4 p.m.
Thank you all. I
Eastern.
appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Okay, so first action, I love it. All right, the second, anything else with regards to items for discussion? And then-
You know, there's a city, we started this at the medical school and it really was very useful because of course the majority of our people now are female. Does this city have a breastfeeding room? I mean, for a lady who had her baby, I'm just say 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago.
I would think so, but you know what?
We
We
find out,
usually have our City of Charleston's representative Mindy and Jamie on the line, and they're usually very quick to help with
somebody
that.
must know.
And they had a conflict today, but I will definitely confirm, and I want to, I don't know, but I will confirm.
If we don't, I think that's a good suggestion. To have a small room so somebody could go and pump. Or maybe they bring the baby in and then the baby goes home. That's what we tended to do, but something like that. And it could be anywhere, but just a little room.
I love it.
But it has to be quiet and, you know, not in private.
Exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
That is a great suggestion. Okay, I will put that on there as a task to follow up on with Mindy, or Jamie. And they are with the mayor's office of, children and family services.
And then maybe we could ask one of the police commissioners or to come and talk about domestic violence. As I'm sure most of you are aware, in our state, it's a catastrophe
That's correct.
Yes.
discussion. It's just awful.
Yep, we do have the police, City of Charleston's, police outreach, contact on our, mailing and on our invites. So there's an automatic invite. for
She
them
or
to
he
come
could come and
Do a
tell us what
refresh.
they're doing and how they're training. At least most of the officers I see tend to be young men. I'm sure there are ladies, but I see young men. And they seem very pleasant, but I don't know if they understand domestic violence. Since a lot of people have never seen it and
Mhm.
don't think it exists among the middle class, which is absolutely untrue.
Correct.
Absolutely untrue. It's not all lower socioeconomic. So I would like to know what what our law enforcement training is. Do they understand how to diffuse this to protect the lady or the child?
That is a great point.
Or the male.
Or the man.
It is. It's a small percent, but predominantly, obviously my interest is ladies. So
Right.
predominantly it's ladies and children, but you're right. There's no question there's spousal abuse and domestic violence against men, but it's a small relatively.
And that is a great point. We actually
Mhm.
did the presentation with, the police department came in, more so on the human trafficking, perspective. But, we definitely do.
That's
have-
another form of in theory,
It-
domestic violence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you say that you have videos of this that you've got on the share drive?
No, we don't have any videos.
Oh, I thought they came into your meetings and so they were part of the meeting and that you had, no?
I would have to ask the city for the recording for that one.
Okay, just curious if that was
That's a
something
good-
that we could revisit to see. Because I'm hearing a lot of the fact that y'all have had a lot of individuals come in and speak to you about what the issues are. And so I'm wondering, is that one of the actionable items that you're looking for things that we can do to address those issues? And if so, for those of us that are new, should we go back in and see the issues that were
Absolutely.
identified last year so that we can help with trying to figure out moving
That's a
forward?
great point, and I will ask for the recordings of, all of last year. Well, maybe it's already on the website. Is it on the website?
If you had a forum, it should have been live streamed. So it'll be on YouTube.
Okay,
Okay,
The
I
May
will-
one is the only one that I found.
But
because
that
oh,
I
you
was-
found one? I started digging this morning too, I couldn't find
because
anything.
that's the only one we had quorum.
Okay, for the whole year or for the last 3 years?
Just May. This past May was the only time we quorum for 2024.
Oh, okay.
So for 2023, we had, I would say, maybe only 1 month we didn't have quorum.
Okay.
But it should be,
Okay, good.
all of the recordings should be there. But I will send you the year's review, because I did a year review presentation.
Perfect. That would be great.
Can we go back to the breastfeeding, because I now have a grandchild and a daughter-in-law who's breastfeeding, and is there, so personal interest as well as community, is there a place to go, or could we work on publishing where there are breastfeeding locations, not just in public buildings, but within the city in general. Does something like that exist?
I know MUSC has it, Roper has it.
Okay.
So obviously that's,
Right.
and we have it at the free clinic for our employees, although we don't have a lot of young ladies. But I don't know about, and I know Google is not I'm a fan of Google, but Google is a huge proponent of this and has been very good. Now, whether they're doing it at their new plant in, I don't know where it is, Somerville or somewhere, I
In
don't know
Dorchester
where it
County,
is.
yeah.
But I don't know about industry, like, Boeing classically should have it. I'm
Right.
sure Boeing has plenty of young lady employees, I suspect.
They definitely do have them in manufacturing industries, based on legislation. Now, from what I'm hearing, you're asking like, is there part of the city of Charleston's maybe map or visitor center, access point for visitors into the city, or even for locals who are, that may not be aware that, this particular park may have a facility that is dedicated for breastfeeding that's clean.
Well, that would be great. in the
Well, for
visitor center.
tourism,
What a tourism selling.
Right.
I don't know of any city that has, and lived in many places, have ever seen that as a city function. That would be super.
I will
Great point.
Google and I will check with my daughter-in-law who knows of a resource as well. There could be something nationwide, I don't know.
Right, and it could be part of, do we have time check? Are we good with time?
10:50.
Okay, and that could be just part of, I know that the mayor is, definitely actively trying to put a lot of stuff digitized in the city to make it very, citizen friendly for easy access of information. And it could very well be, a point of access of, okay, where in the city and all city buildings and facilities, or even engage in the community to say, maybe the historic center, or maybe this hotel would collaborate with the city to have maybe a public room for our breastfeeding visitors. And that can be part of, oh my goodness, visitors, but the commission on, there's a commission about visitors. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but tourist.
Tourism, I was on that.
Yeah,
Tourism.
and they can help pull that through. So I have that with my notes. Okay,
Yeah, that'd be super.
that's a great point. Mrs. Gadsden, do you know of any churches that may have in the city that may have a dedicated breastfeeding room?
There are some, and I just off the top of my head, I can't remember, but I know I've heard about a few of them. Now, my husband pastors a church in North Charleston, and we have a room, and there's Royal Baptist Church and a couple others.
Okay.
But that is an awesome area to address.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, because it could, also be a lot of the upcoming cultural events that the city participates or collaborates on that help, encourage that.
Right.
My mind is going really more of
Well,
a solutioning type, but go ahead, Ms. Gadsden, go ahead.
Especially like the museum and the aquarium.
Mhm.
Those places are public, open to the public, and that is something we need to really look into. I really, I'm on top of the list along with you, Doctor. We found out that parishioners coming to church and, not just going into the restroom, you got to have a place that's conducive for cleanliness and for the mother and the baby. I was at, I think it's Burlington. I was in, it was Burlington in the North Charleston, and there was this mother breastfeeding, waiting in line to pay for an item. And I'm saying, I guess you felt that there was no place. So addressing that area is very, very important.
The other thing we've done at the free clinic, which patients, it's one of the things they always comment on, is we put menstrual, and I'm not trying to embarrass anybody, we put menstrual products in the ladies' room.
Mhm.
And boy, did they appreciate that. And I don't know if, I don't go into ladies' rooms, but I don't know how common that is in the city public restrooms. But I think that would be another neat thing,
It is,
to show
it
user
is not
friendliness.
common.
It's not common?
No, it's not.
In hotels and some
Hotels
restaurants.
do? Really? That's super.
Hotels and
Yeah.
some hotels, some restaurants, yeah.
Okay.
Some of the
So,
hotels.
consistent policy, that's great.
But that would be another very user-friendly thing for our female population.
Mhm.
That is a great point. That is a great point. All right. Anything else? Anything else? We're all set?
I have a question. So as I looked through, and I was the way my approach for the committee was to read through what your goals are and what your purpose is, and I'm trying to find where my notes are since I just had them here. Advise city council on the needs and issues of women, recommend programs and ordinances. So this commission does not really have any ownership in we do this event or this program, other than potentially at a community fair, we might have a table. And I'm trying to find out the things that we do other than meet and advise and provide feedback. Is there
open.
anything beyond that?
It is open ideas.
Okay.
And that was one of my ideas to be present in collaboration with other City of Charleston's committees, like the city, the Office of Mayor's Office with Women and Family. And Mindy, and I'm so sorry for mutilating that office title. But yeah, if they're holding or hosting an event, it would be nice for one of our members to be there to kind of talk about, not to hijack their event, but just to be present, to know that there is a commission that cares. And we want to be able to help support whatever that they have on their mind, that we can help formulate and provide potential solutions, or bring together other organizations that are able to help that they probably don't know of and they're not aware of. Because there are a lot of support services that do not get an opportunity to have a voice, to say who, what they're doing and what their purpose is. And I see that as a way for the commission to be a conduit of bringing together people, and to also provide that information to the mayor and the council to say, these are the actions that we're taking in our community. Here's another step forward that other cities around the nation and in the state are doing this particular active ordinance to help support that and bring that to them. So that is it's open. Yes.
So we don't have specific events. We're a liaison and a support for other organizations that do.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay. Wanted to make sure I was clear on.
Yep. Absolutely.
And that's why it's so important to have someone from the mayor's or the council to, be a part of this commission. And right now, we, as our chairperson stated, we don't have representation.
Exactly.
Is that an appointment that he makes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they volunteer. So, we had Councilwoman on here, and then, like I said, she resigned, and it's an open role for anyone on council, any other council members to say, I would like to support our commission.
And 4 o'clock should help them too,
Yes.
because some of them do have other jobs or other professions.
Yes, absolutely. Good. That's good stuff.
Madam
Is there
Chair,
a
let
reposit-
me,
Go
go ahead. Madam Chair, may I ask you a question? Have you had the opportunity to sit and meet with the mayor? I think at our last meeting, there was some
was my task
discussion on
list.
that.
Yeah, no, I have not had an appointment to sit and talk to him yet. I plan on heading there actually after this meeting. to definitely be there and, thank them for having Jasmine here, assisting me. Usually I'm the one having to deal with everything, and so very helpful, appreciative.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Yeah. But yes, that is my, still top of mind and my action item.
Great.
So I'm a big question asker, so
Please,
thank you
that's
for
why
being
we're here.
receptive to my questions. Is there a location, like a website that shows all the organizations in Charleston? I was thinking there might be, that would show, these are the organizations that support, empower, connect women or women's groups.
Oh, that's a different, okay. I thought you were asking as far as the city of Charleston. They have their council, link
Right,
on
right.
there. But as far as a one-stop shop women's resource,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
only thing that comes to mind is the I Hope Business Center in North Charleston. That is the business center for women entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
And they are more obviously centered and focused on entrepreneurship for women.
Mhm.
But as far as any resource landing page, and that would, Jennifer, do you know if there's a one-stop shop resource website that has any community support services?
What I always direct people to is 211 with Tri-State United Way. That is going to be county, but it's going to include the city of Charleston. And I do agree with you, between 180 Place and Charleston Hope Center. That seems to be focused on the city of Charleston. But if you would reach out to 211 with Tri-State United Way, they could give you more resources, but just be understanding that it's going to include Tri-County.
Excellent, thank you.
You know, if that would be useful or not, if people would even use it, that's the, here's the Commission on Women and here's some of the connections that they can provide for women that are looking for assistance in all the variety of topics that we've discussed today.
That's a great point, and maybe there's an opportunity for us to engage the city's resources, maybe to have a dedicated website for the Commission on Women, and we can be the actual portal that launches to all these other resources.
It's that connection, so like his organization, or I know the Junior League of Charleston has a women's leadership series, and we just had a program on women and civic responsibility for the city of Charleston, and we did it in North Charleston last week, so
Yes, yes.
those are the types of things that would
And
be
the
great to.
Voters League, yeah, they, wonderful.
South Carolina Women in Leadership,
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
somebody saying she was part of that.
Yes, yes.
But unless you just start digging and doing a search, it's really hard to find these. They're out there, so I don't know how that happens, but it's always helpful when you can get all your resources, as long as they're current.
Exactly, yeah, and that's
That's a challenge, yeah.
Okay, if there aren't anything else for the greater good, I will make a motion to adjourn until November. And if we do need to meet, and there's something also I wanted to provide outlook, we really don't have to meet just once a month. So if there are obviously some of these follow-ups that may need engagement, we are open and have the ability to meet as well, not just once a month. So just wanted to let you guys know.
I would just like to add that if y'all do meet more than once a month, make sure you tell the clerk's office and your office. Because if you have a
Yes.
quorum and you meet and we don't record it, that is illegal.
Correct.
So,
Yes, thank you for the reminder. That is correct. So because there were a couple of things we wanted to spin off as work groups and kind of have subcommittees and just try to get things rolling. So
The
yeah,
public has to be notified.
Correct.
Because of FOIA and all this.
exactly. We have to.
And we're not supposed to, three of us aren't supposed to go to
Allude.
lunch and talk about so-and-so. In
Exactly.
theory, unless it's just social, that's fine. Because we had the same issue with the Tourism Commission.
Absolutely. Good point. Thank you very much. All right, I'll make a motion. We will adjourn it.
Thank you.
10:59.
Okay,
Okay.
good
Thank you so
day.
much. Appreciate you all. Have a great one.
Okay,
See you guys soon. Take care. Thank you.
again, welcome to the commission. We want you to stay with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Y'all have a blessed day.